The assessment of the election is an interesting one. Basically, is adjudged to be the fairest election that this country has ever witnessed. If we can really do this from time to time, then definitely we are on the path of entrenching true democracy. So when you have fair play like this, level playing field is for everyone, then we have no problem at all entrenching democracy. So I want to give kudos to certain categories of people in my assessment. The first category of people I want to give kudos to are the electorates. They're those citizens who had rights to vote and they exercise that right to vote. They have shown to us that yes, we are people that can decide on our own to choose our own. And they have equally let us know that they are not ready for bombs, dumps, and people who will cheat them to death. They are no longer ready for it. The vote of that election, by my assessment, is a vote against godfatherism. It's a vote against injustice. It's a vote against lawlessness. So, and with that, and it's equally a vote against indiscipline. All these things made me say the very first group of people to appreciate and congratulate are the electorates of those states. Then the second category of people are the two gentlemen, the two key players who conducted that election. Permit me to be a little bit tribal here. I'm very proud of them as the two men are honorable people. Professor Akpofure and Barrister Ngini. They are gentlemen from the noble tribe of Rero. They have conducted themselves in the best manner ever, befitting of an honorable man, and of course befitting of a Delta State person and at large the country. We are very proud of them because they made that election to be free and fair. Then the third category of person, and who is this? The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. And why did I say that? He is the only president so far in the history of this country, that has stood his ground and given opportunities to people's vote to be counted. If left for an undemocratic president or a president that does not have value for democracy, what will he do? He will just give order behind. Hey, you, this INEC man, ensure that this person comes out. And if that INEC man does not, he removes him. It's a fiat. But he decided to give Nigeria the very best of electioneering. You notice that he never interfered. He never caused any controversy. The controversy that people were trying to pull him into is that, hey, save your party. Why should he save his party against the interest of the common man? So we have the very best of democracy exhibited in the character of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, current President Muhammadu Buhari. So these are the three categories of players that I have given kudos to from the very bottom of my heart. I'm an APC steward, but I am not the person I'm not the kind of character that belongs to where party is supreme. Party cannot be supreme to justice, fair play, no, and equity. party is subject to these qualities that I've just mentioned. So any party that is not practicing such thing definitely need to do what? Go back to the drawing board and practice, first of all, internal democracy. And of course, what has caused this problem? A sitting governor that no court has ever removed to say your certificates are not okay. Nobody did, including the so-called Oshiomhole. If you felt that this man didn't have a certificate, why did you go to court? Should have taken him to court and said, look, either you charge him for perjury or charge him for giving false information. You didn't. So if you didn't, on what ground are you disqualifying a sitting governor and a seasoned professional? Oh, come on. So it was so obvious that he was taking everybody for a ride. I'm talking of Mr. Oshiomhole. So the results of the election of Edo State is a clear testimony of his bad governance. He lacks it, and of course he couldn't give it, because what you don't have, you don't give. Oshiomhole, I will advise him to go on self-exile. That's the very best thing, the very best advice I can give to him. He should go on self-exile. He has no reason to be in politics, not in the next decade, because it's always a common adage that when the vision is loud, you leave the scene. You know, so you can still wear your crown and live. But now that the crown has been removed from him, it's even worse. So the best thing is to just go on, because if you leave when the vision is high, you're not living on self-exile. You're living with pride and people come to you and consult. But when you're living in this shameful manner, then it is advisable, if you still wish him well, is to advise him to take a exit. Go on self-exile. Sentence yourself to self-exile. Leave the environment. Leave politics alone. After all, he has made so much money. He wasn't like this when he was labor leader. He was wearing rags. So now that he's no more wearing rags, he has a mansion that is worth billions or something. So he should, by this time, leave the environment. He should quit.